Opener in 2026. The fans have been waiting all these long winter months and ready to crank up a three-game series under beautiful weather conditions as the Xavier Muskateers come to town to take on the Arkansas Razorbacks. Gabe Gackel in his second start of the season.
Yeah, Gackel, was outstanding out of the pen a season ago. Hit that fastball run about 94. He'll hit 97, 98 at times.
Luke Hammond. Gackel working with Helfrich, and he gets the wave and a miss on a high fastball for a strikeout to begin the game and this long 18-game homestand.
Hit it with all that power.
I think that's a swing, and the appeal. Michael Durant is at third, says indeed it is. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gabe Gackel. Gabe Gackel trying to strike out the side. Instead, he gets a soft little flare that eats up Kojal and dribbles out into right center field, and Mensick will be on base.
Yeah, not sure what you might see down and away right here.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's a wave and a miss. It was the changeup, and Gackel strikes out three in the top of the first inning. So
boy, he's seen the baseball big now.
Smokes one out to left field, and that ball's going to hang up for Mensick. So Ruiz tattooed one right to the Musketeer left fielder. I knew you would have those questions. Nolan Souza sends one down the line and right. That's in for a base hit, maybe extra bases. He's going to sprint to second. He's going to go into a dive, and he answered some questions there. Coming off that labrum issue, Troy, he did not hesitate going into a headfirst dive.
DH.
Doesn't matter, up and in, ball four. So after that line out to left, Souza peached the pause in the 1-1. That ball's hit in the air, left center field, well struck. How about an opening day home run at Baum-Walker? Kojal shoots one to the hog pen in left center, and it scores three, and what a beginning. Up, out, and gone, the third home run in 5 games for Kojal.
One strike. Watch where this pitch is. It's up and away. If he tries to pull that, that's going to be a ground ball to second base. He just goes with that pitch, lets it carry a little bit, let it travel, and then, boy, that was a no-doubter right out there to left center field.
Sure was. Incoming in the hog pen, might not have quite made it. Gackel's next one misses up and in. The numbers for Peters, he has one of those 10 home runs for the Musketeers, and he shoots one to left. This one's hit well, and it's going to take a bounce and kick up near the fence. Ruiz will glove it. Heading to third is Fitz on what'll be a double from Peters, and a good beginning for the Musketeers in the second inning. Musketeers saw plenty of Townsend. Lifted out to shallow left. This is trouble, and it will be caught by Poppy at third. That gave me Vahiva Loy flashes right there with an over-the-shoulder catch on a ball that I thought might just drop.
That breaking ball off the plate.
2-strike pitch, little cue shot back to the mound. Gackel will freeze, fits the catcher at third, and all of a sudden, Peters ventured too far off second base. Arkansas doing some running in the run down. Fitz will be tagged out by Poppy. Second and third, nobody out, and the Musketeers do not score, and they ran their way out of that inning. He just wasn't sharp as he needed to be at the beginning of the year as he gets the wave and a miss and the strikeout to Crisp, but he has been with Xavier since. He pulled the trigger on that one late and dumps one in front of Ruiz for a base hit, and that's the second hit for the Musketeers. He might in some aspects. Mensick skies one to center. The wind is going to work this back where New doesn't have to show off his vertical leap just yet. He'll make the catch and the inning ends.
Base hitter. That's key.
6'3" junior delivers again, and that one's lifted out into right center. Stonehouse has a long run. He'll glide in and make the catch. Ball was up there along. Kojal lifts another one in the air to center. He didn't quite get all of it. Crisp started back, and now he'll glide in to make the catch. And Arkansas goes in order for the second straight inning. That's 8 straight set down by Ryan Peach.
And he was carrying a ball bag in his right arm, and they started yelling at him.
That one struck down the line in right. It's in for a base hit. It goes to the fence, and Kuhia will play it back in. Remember, he's got a strong arm, and he shows it off. It's a little bit offline, and Johnson has a double. Next one to Fitz. There's that tight slider and a chopper to first. Robinette with an easy play to retire Fitz as Johnson advances to third with one gone. Gackel has struck out 4. Just issues the walk to Eddie Peters. Here's the payoff. Wave and a miss. Townsend chased one up and out of the zone. Strikeout number 5 for Gackel. Will bat Hit a comebacker to Gackle. This one he pushes by Gackle to Kojal. He's got it. And a couple of more runners left on base for the Musketeers. Mentioned to me before the season about his curveball. And there's a dribbler that's going to roll up the middle. Backhanded by Kojal. He's got a chance to make a play. How about a scoop by Robinette? Seeing eye single, no sir. It results in a 4-3 out, and Kojal had to really go back up the middle to come up with that baseball.
Infielder, you really appreciate a guy that can go get it.
Stonehouse lifting one in the air to right center field. This ball has a chance to go. Aloy's at the fence. Goodbye. Stonehouse, the freshman, with his third home run in 5 games. He doesn't look like a freshman. He doesn't hit like one either. And the Musketeers had stranded a handful of runners, but this time they get one up and out, and they are on the board.
End up way in on those right-handed batters.
Goodness. Pompey will reach the hard way.
Fastball down the middle.
Hard hit, but on a bounce, and it eats up the shortstop, and it's going to bounce away. Peters couldn't make the play, and Arkansas is in business here in the 5th inning.
Now base hit scores 2.
Souza shoots one to the gap in left center field. This is trouble. That ball is down. It'll bounce to the fence and play to pair. Souza's got his second double of the game, and welcome back Nolan to Baum-Walker. He's put Arkansas in front 5-1.
My hands afterwards. I go, I hope so.
Ball's rocketed to right center field. Crisp on the move. Back into the gap. Into a dive. Sensational to rob Kojal and deny Arkansas of at least one more run. Big time play. Hard landing.
Off the bat, robbed a double, maybe more off the bat of Camden Kojal. Hogs up 5-1.
Gibbler was so much fun to watch a year ago, and obviously his strikeout numbers were big time. 57 Ks and just 12 walks in less than 30 innings of work, and also was
just how much.
Is that a swing? It is indeed. Plate umpire Morris Hodges rings up Fitz, so the appeal not needed. James Arkansas answer with 2 in the bottom of the frame, and now Gibbler gets a ground ball, but it'll find its way into right for a base hit between Kojal and Robinette. So Eddie Peters has been on base all 3 plate appearances. Ball's hit rather well to center, but Mike Anu is already deep, and he has that one measured. He'll make the catch, and the inning ends. So the Musketeers get a hit. They strand a runner. As Kahio Aloy will hit here, and he's going to poke one to a vacated right side and dribble it into right for a hit. And for Kahio, that is his 4th of the season. New weights on the 0-1. Hard hit, but on the ground to short. Maybe a chance for 2. There's one. On to first. Double play. How about Chronister? He faces 2 batters and gets 3 outs.
Cash a big check when it's time to play.
Hammond swings, bounces one up the middle and through for a base hit. Kojal could not get that one. Luke Hammond has his 2nd hit of the game. And the 2-2 is smoked past Robinette and fair into the corner. Stonehouse does it again. Aloy's going to play this ball back in. Hammond will hold it 3rd on a double from Stonehouse. Another 0-2. Oh, goodness. Just like that, the bases are loaded with 3 straight 2-out runners, and Troy, the tying run, is coming to the plate in their cleanup hitter. Gibbler ready the pitch. Hit out to right center field. Aloy back and over, and he is there to make the catch and end the inning. Musketeers strand 3. They went 5-13, a little bit short of making the tournament. That ball skied in the air to right field off the bat of Fitz, and it is gone way out of here. So Jonathan Fitz with an opposite field home run, and it's a 5-2 game. Musketeers loaded the bases last inning but didn't get the big swing. They've had a pair of solo homers this afternoon.
We talked about it earlier in this broadcast, but they got 3 of their top players that aren't playing.
That's right. Chopper to short. Brumbaugh throws on the run, just does get Peters. The reach from Robinette did not hurt. Infielders and outfielders on the left side of the diamond shading their eyes. That one shot out to right field. Aloy will get there to make the catch, and that's 3 in a row retired after the leadoff home run, Troy, from Fitz. Hard hit into the shift. Not fielded cleanly, and Helfrich is going to reach. Just see that ball kick away from Peters. But the Wrangler got the armadillo. That's a pretty good wrangling throw down to second base. Helfrich is erased. So the error is there from Kojal to get that armadillo off the playing surface. Chronister, though, could care less about our story. He's just pumping strikes and outs. Really good. He faced Crisp leads off the ninth inning, 5-2. Gibbler might just see the leadoff man reach, and Crisp will single. He had been 0 for 3. And all of a sudden, the Musketeers need one more base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. And it's not like it's 30 degrees either. That one is lined, and it gets away from Kojal. He might have one play, and that's first. I thought he still had a chance to get the force at second, but that ball was taking him to first base. That's strike 3. He was just about in that no man's land with the swing, but I think it was called on the pitch. Just throw the slider at that point. One hopper to short. Brumbaugh will charge. He'll fire to first. This game is over, and the Razorbacks win their home opener by a count of 5-2. Not your normal game, Troy. Out hit 9-4, but they made their hits count.
Yeah, a couple big swings. Nolan Souza with a pair of doubles. Helfrich walked in the first inning with a 3-run bomb by Kojal. And again, the swings, strikeouts at the plate for the Hogs are a little concerning, but again, anytime you can beat a good team like Xavier, just get it done and come back tomorrow and make some improvement.